Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and
the excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person, and now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And here is the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step in.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back to throw, Newton. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he'd want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with him. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Docks him with a grab over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defending.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run again with Love on first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Smith catches left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On first down, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get the ball.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Haskins to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go, G.
Get it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Newton. Over the middle, it's Thomas. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, and he's going to go down again. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Newton on first down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes that are going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on second down. Newton, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
Newton on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And Reed with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Haskins now, only one pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Here's Haskins to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out-physicaled, out-toughed, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 24, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, this is Geis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Haskins. Caught on the right side. Reed. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
6-man.
Now Haskins, third and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 29, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Haskins gets this to Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Haskins back to the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, let's get 2nd.
2nd down, Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8.